Western Sahara. It's pretty much in a conflict, I would say, with Morocco. So yeah, you're gonna see this line. That's why I cannot have a clear border. So you have to go in this exploration mode. But at least we have something to work with that. So yeah, let's see first with the capital, as they say here. Wow, it's pretty interesting from above. They have some new construction. I'm not sure exactly how much or how big the conflict it is, but it seems to looks like they have separated themselves into different countries at least. Right from the start, I can see some bars on the windows and a garbage pretty much all over the street. So yeah, things are not going well for them. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing with these gas bottles there, but okay. It's a pretty weird start, I have to say, but it seems like they are brand new cities, judging how the layout looks from above, but doesn't look that very welcoming at least. But maybe we got with the wrong foot on the bad neighborhood, so yeah, let's give some other chance. Here it's a much better. It looks way better. But again, the quality of those 360 and the quantity of them, it doesn't inspire me like a very reliable source of how things are really there. So yeah, I have to use what I have. So hopefully we're gonna have some pretty decent idea at least. Some areas looks better than others, I have to say, but overall not exactly a great place so far. Hmm, let's check this one. I mean, probably when you go in outside the city, things are gonna improve, but here on the other side of what we saw just a moment ago, I mean, it doesn't look pretty weird, those 360, I have to say. Look at this, they just cut down humans here, it just look bad. Look at these bottles, every plastic bottles everywhere, garbage everywhere, it just doesn't look that welcoming at all. But let's check in some other places. Here on the coastline, they have some small community, as you can see, and they doesn't look that well from the start, I would say, just from the above perspective, let's say, it doesn't look that great. On the ground level, well, not so bad actually. It's less, at least for this part here, looking pretty decent. This is from 2023, so very recently. Let's check this one. I mean, oh, the European Union is here. What the fuck? Oh, it's a hotel. That's why the American flag. And okay, have some license plates here. Now the streets doesn't look so bad, I have to say, but the quality, let's say, of constructions. At least this one looks pretty good. But the one that we can see here, when they don't have the 360, it's a different story. 100%. They don't look that well. Probably some sort of a business down here, I would say. Not sure entirely, but something close to that. Otherwise, not a huge improvement. Let's check this road. Let's see how the infrastructure behave outside. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing to this wall and the barbed wire here. Wow, look how long that is. But the road is absolutely brand new and impeccable. And this is 2020 in the pandemic year. Yeah, why they have this wall here? What is going on? There is a huge wall that they have with another one here. What is this? They are solar panels? I'm not sure exactly. I don't see them. I don't think it's solar panels. But they have some sort of a construction area here. Yeah, that wall I don't think is necessary that much, but it's just a lot of money pour into that for, I don't know, what economic value they can achieve. But hey, there is the investments, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty much a desert. This guy is doing the 360s. I mean, it's a nice, quiet life outside the cities. In the city, it's gonna be the same chaotic way that everybody lives by now. Let me sure I'm not going outside the border of the country. Let's check this one. On the road. Yeah, roads look pretty good. This is from 2017. Okay, I'm not sure if I choose to go in the middle of the day on the bike in the middle of the desert, but this guy seems to do so. And thankfully for us, we have those 360 to enjoy it because his, let's say, commitment to that. And we thank him for that guy. And it seems like he ride quite a long distance. I think it's the same guy. Where is the bike? Maybe not the same guy. That's a brand new, almost brand new car. This is 2020 in pandemic. Yeah, that was a brand new car. Cars here, yeah, not exactly on the great level, but still not so bad cars anyway. So they're doing pretty decent. Let's call it pretty decent. They have some sort of a border here, which probably the checkpoint is around this one. I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. It's this one. It could be this one. The checkpoint seems to more like, it looks like more like a checkpoint, but I'm not sure. The country goes down here, and on the other side, it's this is Western Sahara, but which one is on the other side? I'm not sure. Let me check for a second. It's Senegal, I think. Wow. I didn't check that country yet, but it's very interesting to see it. Not that much 360 or information as you can see in this place, but we're gonna go back to check more on one of those, and then we're gonna go above the cities because clearly not that many people, but it's a pretty huge land. And this guy makes all the 360, so good for us. But the road here is definitely brand new and it looks impeccable as you can see. I'm not sure exactly how much money over they get their funding, but they seems to do pretty well in that department, at least for the infrastructure projects. I think I saw 360 here. Oh yeah, let's check this one. Wow, it looks like after the war pretty much. And I think it was a war here, judging by how these buildings looks like. It does look bad. It does look really bad. Now, not that many people in this country. I mean, check the population. It's 604,000 people here, so not that much, as you can see. So comparing with Morocco, which is the northern neighborhood, it's a different story. But again, it's probably a brand new country, you know, or at least very young one. Huge potential as always in those new countries, but we will see if they can monetize that potential that well. Deserts, always deserts, endless deserts, but it doesn't look that bad, let's face it. Definitely we seem worst. Let's see what else. I want to go back to the capital because that was a bit more 360 is more information, probably most of the population living already there, but yeah, that's the best way we can say it's in construction. The worst way we can say it's like it's absolutely crap. As you can see, those buildings, we don't have 360 and street views there, probably for a good reason. But the infrastructure, the roads looking very nice and sharp, I would say. Most of them, you can see it, brand new pavements. So that is good, but the local architecture, it's absolutely trashy, just the way it is. I'm not gonna apologize for that. It does look bad. You just don't want to live in a place like this. It feels again one of those modern ones with straight lines for whatever reason. It looks bad. It feels bad. And I don't think it's gonna have a great future no matter where you try and such things. Except maybe yes, again, the US. But that's a different story. They kind of invent those type of streets and neighborhoods. They're trying something different here with some sort of a park and whatever social gatherings we can have in these places. But overall, yeah, not a great place to spend your life, I would say. Again, not that many people, so chances for you to be born here, it's very low again. Otherwise, I'm not sure exactly how they're doing the crime rate, but it's pretty, it could be peaceful, I would say, at some point. Let's go with the numbers. Like I said, small country, don't have that much to stay here. 604,000 people and rising sharp. Okay. 1955, so quite a while ago actually. It was 20, or I'm not sure like they separated back then or it's just calculated by the region. But back then it was like 20,000 people in this region with almost 10% increase rate. I'll be like, it's a huge numbers. It'll be like 1,500 people. And migrations, okay, it was on plus pretty much for the entire history except 1975. There were like 1,000 people arriving there. Median age was around 21 years old and fertility rate 6.2, which is insane. And the density per, look at this, people per square kilometer. This is how big the country is. It's 0 comparing with the population, so very, very low. Urban population around 32%. Now look at this, fast forward to 2025, the population grew more than 30 times, I think, if I calculated right, which is one of those huge numbers. 30 times the population from 1955 to 2025, which is insane. Now it's around 600,000 and still growing with 1.7% increase rate. That'll be roughly around 10,000 people per year. Also, migration is still on plus with 5,000. Median age, they got older, 32 years old, but not a huge amount. Fertility rate, much more manageable, and actually the stable one, 1.5, 1.2, which is one of the best you can have, but I have a feeling that's not going to be sustained. And the density now is 2 per people per square kilometer. So yeah, they just double it and double it again. So yeah, not a huge amount, but kind of feel the pressure, I would say, at some point. Urban population, 97%. So yeah, probably everybody lives in the capital. By 2050, the population is going to be 777,000 people with a 0.6% increase. That will be roughly around 5,000 people. So just half of the increase in the population today with, look at this, migration on still plus 2,000 people. Less, but still on plus. Median age, they go a bit older, but not by much. It's 36 years old. Fertility rate, like I said, they're going down, but not by much. 1.8, 1.9 would be. So still, it's under the threshold of sustainable population, but not by much. And density, people per square kilometers, they obviously they double it, but they grew tremendously at 3 by now. And our population on crop is going to be like 100% most likely. Life expectancy here, okay, let's see this one. 71, 72 years for both sexes, female 74, male 70, which is very high. Infant mortality rate 22 and death under age of 5, 26.1. Those are high numbers, I would say, but they're going down, so it's not exactly a huge issue. Like I said, the capital has Lyoni, I think they call it, if I spell it right, 200,000 people, and they have 2 small cities like 75 and 42. So yeah, pretty much 100% of the population living in an urban area. The pyramid is very solid, as we can see, as solid as a pyramid can be. Very strong base, some male surplus in population by the age of 28-30, and then they're gonna go in the female surplus population. It looks pretty healthy to me. Economic of the Western Sahara, I don't think that'd be that big, but they say GDP in 27. Oh, okay. 2007 was 908 million, so not even a billion back then. So now it's better. I don't think we have new numbers here, but GDP per capita was back then 2,500 US dollars, so it's not exactly that worse compared with other countries that we see. So things probably they improve a lot by now. Corruption here is pretty much the same as you can see in Morocco. Let's check them all anyway. We have to find them at Western Sahara, so probably it's gonna be around the last ones if I'm doing this right, but I'm not sure. No, it's not here. But judging by the way they stand, they have it? Oh no, Western European, no, not even close. They don't have it, or I just missed them? They have to be here somewhere. Probably they calculated the same as Morocco, as you can see, it's pretty much in a more perceived more corrupt country. So yeah, things not going that well there. What else can we see? Administrating power, Spain. That's interesting. I never saw that. Claims by Morocco and Swawahi Republic. God knows what that means. To be honest, I'm not exactly that interesting in those countries. Just happen to be on the list and I have to make it. But it is interesting to make those countries. Okay, Buri. They have some sort of revolution, they say. Again, it's a small country with a huge land. I'm not sure exactly how well the resources are there or how things are going there. Some guy in a prison here. Doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Some sort of remaining of the former Spanish Rex 1991. Control production of the pharmacy. Okay, they have again some sort of satellite images. Local architecture not so great. They have some local traditions here with the camels, probably some race camels. They're racing camels in a desert. Yeah, Western Sahara, it's not, it's a non-self-governing territory, whatever that means, in the northern west of Africa. Okay, it's a pretty, let's say, not really fucked up, but pretty close to that there. Who knows what's going on? Population small, economy small. Not sure exactly how things are going out there. Clearly not that much. They have an opening to the ocean, which is good, but it's an opening in the ocean with a desert. So yeah, not exactly a great combination. Interesting country, keep an eye on that, but small population, they grew tremendously in the last 70, 80 years. It would be more interesting to see where they're gonna end up the century and where it's gonna be assimilated in Morocco or just gonna stand up by themselves and they're gonna have actually a really government there that can coordinate all the activities. Who knows? We will see. So that was Western Sahara, very short video, not that much to explain. Check the other videos that I make, especially about Morocco, and see you next time.